Despite their PA being on the blink, the Clash had committed to playing 2 sets that night as the new year was ushered in. On one big fiery flying roll, the Clash roared through all the key songs that would feature on their breakthrough first album a few months later. As the clock ticked down to midnight, they tossed them out like firecrackers into the crowd, kick-starting the year of the Clash.
Hey Mickey, the amp don't work.
What do you feel like when you go on stage?
A pair of tits. No, I don't know, I feel good, you know. I mean, that's what we're supposed to do, you know. When we go on stage, I mean, that's when we like it best, you know. You can't get bored on stage, really.
Yeah, we're the Clash.
London Fire! London Fire! London Burn! Na 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 na! London Burn! Na 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 na! London Fire! Hey, hey, hey! London Burn! Put down our way, we want out the light. Great traffic system is so bright. Just a job of better way to spend the night. Moving around underneath the yellow light. London running, follow me. London running, hey, hey, hey. London blue, na 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 na. London blue, hey, hey, na.
I wrote it in an old, sort of disused house near the Westway, and then I went up to see Mick Jones in the block, and like we kind of whipped it into shape up on his flat, and it was kind of like a quick one, you know, like you think of it, write it, finish it, and it was all over quick. It's just like not having anything to do, like not having no place to go, and you just think of a desert. The only activity I could see was like the moving lights going up and down the motorway, and like going down the subways and looking at the writing. And it's like Wednesday night, and it's the same as Thursday night or Friday night. I just felt the whole place was like bored as hell, driving about and watching TV and stuff. So it's like London was burning with boredom. I wrote it to get rid of that feeling.
Do you think it could be any different?
Of course it could. It could get better, it could get worse.
I mean, what's going to make it get better?
More lunatic personalities actually doing things, more people doing honest things and not like trying to pose or ponce about.
What do you mean by honest?
Just to do with something, mean something, to feel something so bad about something that you do something about it.
The group writes the songs. Joe's better at lyrics than me, he's great. Fantastic turn of phrase, you know. He's always taking notes. When it comes down to the tunes, I nick them.
How about the audience? What effect do you want to have on them emotionally?
Yeah, but we want to make them like vomit or something. I don't
think move them in some way.
Anyway.
So that they can like get a reaction. Yeah, so that they can like perhaps like move themselves. I think it hits them the next morning. They get their moment to think about it. It will last them to at least lunchtime that day, I should think.
I've got to say, the PA don't sound so hot, you know. Because like, we've got to test these things out, you know. Like, we can't just stand and look at it.
Use your imagination.
You know what I mean? We've got to like bring it to some gig and try it out. And if it don't work, what the fuck can you do but get on with it?
you. I'm so bold of you. I'm so bold. USA, what can I do?
You just like, you know, it's like how London belongs to Arabs and Yanks, you know what I mean? Hamburgers and whatever Arabs do, right? Things that go on in American politics, like everyone buying everybody else up, and like the Watergate tape just keep on happening.
Well, I'm not a crook.
You know what I mean? Like exposing more and more and more. Like the further you dig down in America, like the more poxy it gets. You know, I'm dead sure it's a whole veneer on top of the whole thing. Like the whole thing, there's like filthy things going on down there. Just disgusting.
CIA, what can I do?
Who wants to wait an hour for King Kong to appear? They should have called it King Turkey.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, Joe, I think I care about your latest record. That's been by the Grateful Dead.
I used to listen, you know, when I first started playing the guitar to like American music, like blues music and Chuck Berry music and Bo Diddley music. And then you listen to like people from the 60s copying their accent, just dead centre. Like Mick Jagger sounds just like Bo Diddley, so it's what a cornball thing it is to do, to go on about my automobile doing 95, boom with a bumper on side, you know, all that shit. You just think how corny it is, and like, but it don't get you anyway, you know what I mean? You just think it's stupid after a while, so you get bored with it.
CIA, what can I do?
What's been happening with that song, I've been coming up with like loads and loads of new verses for it. I can only take 4 verses a song, right? I keep coming up with loads and loads and like whopping new verses in there. They just get closer every time. But sooner or later it'll stop and that'll be dead centre, and then you leave it. When they're written down, they don't have any life. That's a replica of what it is, right? What it is when you hear it. That's the it. It ain't a poem or anything. You know, like, I want to hear them in the air.